Mentoring is a partnership, and while one person has more experience to share, we grow the opportunity and possibility to invest ourselves as a mentor when we build trust first. Welcome to the Drew Coaching Podcast. This is Season 2, Episode 5, Build Trust to Grow as a Mentor. And this week we're focused on building trust to grow relationships. Drew Coaching is a community of leaders and creatives who are shaping the future. My name is Eric Drew, and I am a coach, speaker, and I'm driven to help others grow their leadership and creativity. Each week on the podcast, I share 10 minutes or less to grow leadership, creativity, and impact. And this season, we're focusing on teaching, mentoring, coaching to raise the leadership of others. I want to welcome all of our new listeners. It's great to have you here. I also want to thank those who've subscribed and followed for some time now. You are sharing the content and bringing new people into the community. It's exciting for me to see your investment and learning when it comes to your impact and the impact of others. You're making a difference. Thank you. You can find the show notes at drewcoaching.online. I also share daily Instagram and TikTok content if you'd like more regular questions and additional content. I think those tools might be helpful for you, so I'd love to see you and connect there on social media. So this season is all about raising the leadership and creativity of others by teaching, mentoring, and coaching. Last month, I taught 4 episodes on teaching. I shared that teaching is sharing knowledge and skills, which includes practical application to equip learners for effective implementation. Now, teaching can be done in a classroom or one-on-one lessons, but we can also be spontaneous teachers as we see our strengths and try to grow the capacity of those on our teams, in our communities, maybe even in our families. To grow as teachers, we focused on strengthening our strengths, a new process for practice, continuous improvement by developing a growth mindset, and we saw that people learn best what they want to actually learn. This week, and for the next 4 weeks, we turn our attention to mentoring. I see teaching and mentoring as related, but I've been talking about mentoring as a short or long-term relationship where an experienced mentor guides a mentee's personal and professional development through mutual sharing, support, and insights. To shift your role from teaching others and grow into someone who is mentoring, the big idea is that mentoring is a partnership. And so to start, our focus this week is build trust to grow relationships. Now, typically the person being mentored probably asks you or starts a mentoring relationship. But if you're invested in raising the leadership of those around you and practicing those skills of teaching, like strengthening strengths, helping others practice, working towards continuing improvement, you will find opportunities to mentor those around you. I believe we should always be on the lookout for people looking to take the next right steps to improve their skills, to grow their abilities, and keep working towards a better team, organization, or whatever future and world we all find ourselves in. To make the shift from teaching skills and filling the role of expert towards being a partner and guide, start by building trust. Whether you've done or are doing a lot of mentoring or not, here are some things that we can all strengthen or start doing this week to build trust. First, be fully present and practice active listening. Have you ever had someone constantly be distracted or pulled away from a conversation? How did that affect your trust and confidence in them? The truth is, we're all pulled away from the present moment and interaction in a million ways every single day, and the biggest one is our phone. My word of 2024 is presence. I want to be fully present with people. I've actually started leaving my phone in another room so that my mind isn't constantly wandering to it. I think a helpful partner for being fully present is active listening. Recently, I read David Brooks' new book, How to Know a Person, and he makes a strong plea for active, involved listening. When someone sees you nod or hear words of affirmation like, "That's right, I'm with you, I could see that," or other small encouragements, not interruptions, but small encouragements, the conversation and relationship can grow. To build trust, be present and practice active listening. Second, demonstrate respect and empathy. I'm convinced that respect and trust have a direct relationship. As you respect others, their respect for you will grow. As you trust others, their trust of you will grow. If you don't respect someone else, it'll be very hard to grow their respect for you. Same is true of trust. We must have a starting place of valuing the experiences and wisdom of the people around us. From this mindset of respect, value, and wisdom, try to understand their point of view. In another part of David Brooks's book, he takes a deep dive into the perspectives of people. He compellingly describes the importance of perspective in the identity and reality of each person, and that because each of us has a different perspective, reality is actually different for each of us. You don't have to completely know or understand anyone's perspective, but empathy is honoring that they have their own perspective and respecting it. To grow trust, demonstrate respect and empathy. Finally, share authenticity and vulnerability. One last practice to grow trust this week is to be and share yourself. One of my favorite podcasters ends every episode saying that people would rather follow a leader who is always real than one who is always right. There's only one of you in the world, and we need you the way you are. The people around you don't need you to shy away from who you are and how you are. We all need you to embrace and share it. As you do, be willing to share your strengths, but also your learnings, your growth areas, and your weaknesses. The same podcaster, Craig Rochelle, will also say that people most deeply connect, trust, and respect when a leader shares their weaknesses and vulnerabilities, not just their strengths. Be appropriate and know your boundaries, but to grow trust, be authentic and vulnerable. So this week, we start the shift from teaching to mentoring. These are connected. A mentor continues with all of the practices of a good teacher, so feel free to go back to previous episodes from this season and brush up on them. But this week, we grow deeper by building trust. Mentoring is a shift to more of a partnership and a dialogue than teaching. So to build trust, be fully present, listen actively, demonstrate respect and empathy, share authenticity, be vulnerable. If you're doing this with a posture to raise up others, you are going to find opportunities to mentor and shape the future to be better. Here are a few application questions for you this week. What gets in the way of you being fully present? How have you demonstrated respect and empathy recently? Who in your life needs you to share with them authentically and maybe vulnerably? All these ideas and the questions are right in the show notes on drewcoaching.online, so I encourage you to visit us there. You can also sign up there for the email list, and that way every one of these episodes will be delivered to you automatically in your inbox every Monday. I'm grateful for your investment in others. Thank you. I'd love to see and hear you on social media. Tell us how you're building trust and raising up those around you. And I always end like this. You're a leader. You're a creative. The world needs your voice. So build trust to grow relationships. I know as you do that, you're going to raise up others. You're going to bring hope to life. We're in this together.